Good morning, guys. I'm so glad you guys are here. I want to thank you, those of you who joined us last night on YouTube, and those of you who joined us in person last night as well. I was so happy to have you guys here. I was so glad that you guys came. I just want to remind you guys that we will be posting the sign up for this next Wednesday again this morning, and we will also be posting the sign up for our ski retreat. Later on today as well. Okay, so this morning, for our devotion, we're going to be in Hebrews chapter 9. We're going to be looking at verses 11 through 14. What has been going on in the book of Hebrews in this letter is that the author, who we don't really know who the author is, has been telling these people, these Hebrews, hey, here's why Christ is better. Here's why the new covenant is better. And the author here was trying to convince these Jewish believers why they should not go back into traditional Judaism. So we read in verses 11 through 14 of chapter 9, we see that the author writes, "But when Christ appeared as a high priest of the good things that have come, then through the greater and more perfect tent, not made with hands, that is not of this creation, he entered once for all into the holy places, not by means of the blood of goats and calves, but by means of his own blood, thus securing an eternal redemption. For if the blood of goats and bulls and the sprinkling of defiled persons with the ashes of a heifer sanctify for the purification of the flesh, how much more will the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without blemish to God, purify our conscience from dead works to serve the living God?" What the author of Hebrews is saying here is he is saying, if it's so good, if it's good enough to have goats and calves and bulls have their blood sanctify and purify and cleanse you of sins, how much better is the blood of Christ, the anointed one, the Son of God, the one who came and lived a perfect life? How much better is that? And part of his whole argument, as he's talking about how great Christ is and who Christ is and everything, part of his argument is that Christ has come and set up a new covenant that is better than the old. He has come and set up a new covenant that will last longer than the old. He has come and set up a new covenant that purifies more deeply than the old covenant. He is talking about the fact that when Jesus came as the Son of God and died for us on the cross and shed his blood for us, it was an eternal redemption. That's what he says here in verse 12. Thus securing an eternal redemption. For if the blood of goats and bulls and the sprinkling of defiled persons with the ashes of a heifer sanctify for the purification of the flesh, how much more will the blood of Christ, if we take Christ out and we use it as it's like meant and translate it as like the anointed one, how much more will the blood of the anointed one, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without blemish to God, purify our conscience from dead works to serve the living God? The author of Hebrews says here that Christ is better than any other form of sacrifice, any other form of what you think might get you into heaven, because what Jesus offers us, what the Spirit offers us through Jesus' sacrifice is an eternal redemption and a purification to get us to serve a living God, and that should excite us this morning. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good one. Tune in tomorrow to catch our devotion again, same time, same station. Have a good one.